setting the pace on the pursuit of happiness. This is the Ken Coleman Show, where you discover what you were born to do and how to make it happen. Now, helping you get unstuck and on the path to your dream job, Ken Coleman.
Coming to you live from Ramsey Studios in Nashville, you are joining a conversation about who you are, what you were created to do, where you want to do it, and how you can get there. It is all about your purpose through your work. Now, I readily admit and will never waver that you are more than just a worker. You have many dimensions. However, work is a massive part of our lives. And we believe here at the Ken Coleman Show that you were created to work. In other words, created to contribute. So that means you were created to fill a unique role. That makes you really valuable. But that means you got to do it. You got to show up and be you. Somebody out there in this world needs you to be the best version of you. And that's why we're here. 844-747-2577. This is not political talk. This is purposeful talk. And it's a lot more fun and just as interesting. 844-747-2577. Big shout out to my hometown, WGH AM 1310, where the Ken Coleman Show is live. Now, when you're a syndicated show, Joe, you're on different times all around the country. But this is back in my stomping grounds. And we've been on since, I believe, early June. But I wanted to say hey to all you folks in the Virginia Beach, Hampton Roads, Tidewater area listening on 1310 AM. 844-747-2577 is the number. Let's start it off with Melissa, who is on the line in Wichita, Kansas. Melissa, you're on the Ken Coleman Show.
Hi, Ken. Thank you so much for taking my call today.
You bet. What's up?
Okay, so I kind of feel stuck, and I'm hoping that you can maybe help me out of it.
Sure.
I currently work at a large nationwide bank. I actually called in to Ramsey Show one day when you were co-hosting on there, and at the time when I called in then, I had just kind of found you guys, and I still liked what I did. Now I'm kind of to the point to where I almost like what I do, I guess.
Yeah. What? Tell me real quick, what has changed? What has changed from that time when you called in to now?
So for instance, now, like, I had a guy come into me a couple of weeks ago, poor kid, 18 years old, just went and picked up his high school diploma and everything. He comes into me and we start talking. And one of the last things he wants to do before he leaves is apply for a credit card.
Yeah.
And where I work at, of course, I can't tell them, oh, no, you don't want to do that kind of a thing, because that's actually against policy to try to get them to talk to them against it. Right. But the poor kid, he got accepted right away. And I went home that night and literally was talking to my husband. And I told my husband, I said, I feel like I just ruined that kid's life.
Yeah. I think I remember your call. Let's see if I can remember. Did you call in and basically say, is it unethical, or is this a bad decision?
Yes.
Am I being a bad person? And we told you, no, it's not.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, now I'm to the point to where even my husband is on board with me about the entire thing. He has even been posting for me to take the financial coaching webinars and stuff like that.
Yeah.
My problem is I can't do the financial coaching on the side because it's considered a conflict of interest to what I do now.
Right.
So I'm trying to find out how to possibly make the conversion in my career path to go from working at this huge bank, which I've been at for over 8 years now, into more of a financial coach role. I would even be willing to move to Tennessee, and my husband knows this. It scares the heck out of him. But I would even be willing, if I got the acceptance today, it's yes, you have a job at Ramsey Solutions. I'd be like, honey, we're moving to Tennessee.
Oh boy. Now we got all kinds of marital stuff popping up. Okay. So let's back up for a moment. What is financial coach for yourself? Meaning you run your own financial coaching business as an entrepreneur. Is that the goal? Is that the dream?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Yeah, I don't know if I could do it myself.
Right. So let's pause on that. Can we just press pause on you being a financial coach and you love Ramsey Solutions because of what Dave and the baby steps and all that, how that's been a guide for you. And so we've got to be able to look at the emotions here and go, how much of that is driving this idea versus how much of it is your actual heart going, what's the work that I would want to get up and do every day? If money wasn't an object, what would I want to get up and do?
That.
You would want to coach people.
I have no problem with it. That's actually the part of my job right now that I still really like doing.
So then why so unsure?
Completely clueless.
So why now you're sure, but a minute ago you weren't sure?
Well, because working for somebody else doing it versus working for yourself doing it is kind of two different things. Like, for instance, I wouldn't know where to start to gain clientele and all of that.
Okay, got it. But let me share this with you. You need to call up and talk to our team at the Financial Coach Master Training and just talk to them a little bit, kick the tires and ask a few questions. But here's one thing I would have you ask, because I think I'm confident about this. I don't think there's a lot of people out there that have a robust financial coaching business that are hiring, all that kind of stuff. And and then you could go work for somebody who's got a very successful financial wealth building business. And then you're a part of that, but you're not pitching any debt products.
Okay.
I just want you to consider that.
I see what you're saying.
I'm not trying to steer you away from financial coaching, but here's one big problem. Financial coaching is largely you. And that means you would have to hang a shingle. That's an old-timey phrase for start your own business. Number two, you got to build it one person at a time, and it's an hourly deal.
Uh-huh.
And so to make the kind of income you probably want to make or need to make, that's a side hustle for several years. I just want to be realistic here. As opposed to you go talk to a Smart Investor Pro in your area, somebody you found on our website, there's multiple in your area, I'm sure, and you find out what would be required, what's the qualifications necessary for you to do something like that. And then you go work for a really great financial advisor who's got a robust business, and you do customer support, or I don't know. You've got to dig some more. But here's what you do know: you love playing that role of guide when it's revolving around people's personal finances. That's what you know, and so that becomes your lighthouse. Okay, that's my mission, is to help people and guide people. Those are the results that matter most to me: financial clarity, financial confidence, financial freedom. Now, let's go back to the type of work you love to do, passion. Take the Career Clarity Guide at kencoleman.com. Check it out. That's going to get you where you want to go. This is the Ken Coleman Show. I get a lot of calls from people who want to pursue their dreams, but they're not sure how to start. Hey, folks, I'm Ken Coleman, and a major career change is obviously a lot easier when you're working a day job and saving up money to cash flow the dream. Now, if you don't have the money to quit your day job, don't. Keep working and start stacking money away in an online emergency savings account like the one from my friends at Fairwinds Credit Union. I'm a huge fan of Fairwinds online banking because they allow you to bank anytime, anywhere, and you don't have to live in a state with a branch to be an online member. With Fairwinds mobile apps, you can transfer money or make a deposit using your smartphone or tablet. Plus, credit unions like Fairwinds are an excellent place to keep your money. Fairwinds is a members-only, member-owned, and not-for-profit financial institution. That means your voice matters. So fund your future and move your money over to fairwinds.org/Ken today. That's fairwinds.org/Ken.
Fairwinds is federally insured by the NCUA.
People all over the country are discovering a faith-based and budget-friendly way of meeting healthcare costs through Christian Healthcare Ministries. Christian Healthcare Ministries, or CHM, is a nonprofit organization that helps members carry one another's burdens with healthcare expenses, and they have successfully shared each other's medical bills for nearly 40 years. See if CHM is right for you by visiting chministries.org. CHM is a proud sponsor of Dave Ramsey Live Events.
You may feel like there's not a lot you can control these days, but I'm here to tell you, you can control your budget and you can control what you feed your family. My longtime friends at eMeals are here to help. They have simplified meal plans and created new recipe collections such as easy pantry meals and freezer meals utilizing basic ingredients. It has never been easier to shop smarter and stay on a budget. Try it free for 2 full weeks at emeals.com.
Did you know that 52% of Americans have less than $10,000 saved for retirement? If you're in that majority, retirement may sound like a hopeless situation, but it doesn't have to be. My name is Chris Hogan, and I want to help you carve a path to your dream retirement. We have to stop thinking that retirement begins at some magical age, like 65 or 70. Retirement begins when you have enough money to enjoy the lifestyle you dream about. It's going to take more than a dream, though. You have to get serious about making a plan. I've created an assessment tool that helps you know what you need to do to reach your dream retirement. Get your free assessment at chrishogan360.com. Whether your goal is to live comfortably, travel the world, or have enough money to help grandkids with college, and to be able to give like crazy, you can reach the number you need. It just takes a plan. Go to chrishogan360.com to start making your plan today.
Hey guys, Dave Ramsey here. I know this year has been crazy and a lot of you are super stressed about money. But what if I told you there was a way you never have to worry about money again? Well, there is. When you have the right plan, the right tools, and the right teaching, you can be confident you're always doing the right thing with your money. Ramsey Plus gives you all of that. It's our brand new all-access membership to help you get out of debt, save for emergencies, and give with outrageous generosity. Here's how it works. You'll learn the proven plan with our best-selling content, including Financial Peace University. You'll budget with the Every Dollar app, and finally, take control of your money. Then you'll track your progress with the new Baby Steps app, so you know you're hitting your goals. Decide right now to never worry about money again. Go to DaveRamsey.com and sign up for a free trial of Ramsey Plus today.
The Ken Coleman Show continuing to give you clarity. Oh, clarity leads to confidence, and confidence leads to courage. You're going to need clarity to have the confidence to step out on the path to fulfilling your purpose. You're going to need that clarity and confidence to give you courage to stay the course. Let me remind you that a man or woman who lives on purpose sometimes will spend days, weeks, and even months almost at a standstill, seemingly not making any progress at all. But the very act of standing and staying planted in the storm, grabbing onto the tree, if you will, hanging on to the side of the mountain, the very idea of not quitting, just staying. There are seasons where that is the deal. I've always likened this to a mountain climb. You know, I've always been fascinated by these people that scale Mount Everest or any type of, major mountain climbing. Because what happens is they have a course. They've prepared. They've got a course. They feel like they know their best way up the mountain. And inevitably, the climb itself brings in all sorts of unknowns and things that you just didn't see coming, or you knew they were coming. You just didn't know how or what they were going to look like, right? So you expect the unexpected when you're climbing the mountain. And so I'm telling you to expect the unexpected when trying to live and work on purpose. And I will tell you that many times on those expeditions, bad weather comes in and they have to simply hunker down, right? Literally hunker down, no movement until the storm or the weather passes. But they're still on the climb. Those that hunker down and survive make it to the top. Those that say, I'm not interested, we're going back down, rarely do they make it. 844-747-2577. Hey, great course for your 13 to 19-year-old child, grandchild, friend of the family, whatever. We've got the Foundations in Career Readiness. This is a collaboration between myself and our Ramsey Education Team. This is going to help your 13 and 19-year-old land their first job and eventually step into their dream job. It's a jam-packed course, all online. All you need is a computer, a tablet, and internet access, and it's only $29.99. It's going to eventually go up to $89.99. They still got it discounted. Oh, boy. I want to make some more money on this, folks. You better jump on this deal now. KenColeman.com and click on store. The Foundations in Career Readiness course is there waiting for you. Also waiting is Christy, who is on the line in Independence, Missouri. Christy, you're on the Ken Coleman Show.
Well, hey, Ken, thanks for taking my call.
Sure. How can I help?
Well, it's perfect that their segue was climbing Mount Everest and the climb that we take. 4 years ago, I took a leap of faith and left my director of technology role at a local nonprofit that I loved for 14 years. And I felt that I wasn't really growing professionally. And I was looking forward to venturing out into different areas in IT. Mm-hmm. And I felt my role there was just too broad, and I really liked digging into details and specifics. So I took that leap of faith and got a new job at a local company that develops software for web applications and pharmacy processing. And over the last few years, I've learned a great deal about project management and software development lifecycle, learning how to dive into, the agile methodologies. And I totally found that this was really something I was passionate about. I really loved seeing those project details in the nitty gritty, and I loved seeing those projects through to fruition and seeing the end result. So I found that was my niche, and I really enjoyed being in those details. So fast forward several years later, unfortunately, I was laid off this past February with a mass layoff at this company, and I found myself unemployed for the first time in my life and career. Obviously dealing with emotional turmoil of that, the downfall of that with unemployment, dealing with that for the first time. I paid for that professional overhaul, the resume, trying to figure out my new market, diving into the job search. And I thought, I can do this. So then COVID hit. We're all into March here, and people laying off, and my husband also got furloughed. And shortly after that, I fell down the stairs and broke my foot.
Oh, no.
So I ended up having a loose sprain fracture, and I ended up having to undergo surgery in April. Mm-hmm. And then during that quarantine process, I was actually healing from a broken foot.
Yeah.
And not being able to walk, physical, emotional breakdown.
Yeah.
And life hit hard, it was really difficult. Yeah. For the first time in my life, I could not walk. I had to crawl and just being on your low. Yeah. And to your point about Mount Everest, I'm also job searching during this time. Mm-hmm. So quarantine helped me heal from my injuries. And I'm still to this day, just now weight bearing, learning to take my first steps with crutches. And obviously that's a huge mountain.
Sure.
And I can now see back when I was so low, feeling how far I feel like that is from me. It's really far away, but I'm making that climb, and I'm finally able to walk with crutches. So I finally get my first interview set up.
Yes. When is that?
It is coming up this Tuesday.
All right.
And the unfortunate problem in my question today is to get you there is that I have to go in on crutches and possibly a boot unless I can get my foot into a shoe that's acceptable for an interview.
Nah, unless you can walk comfortably in that shoe, that fancy shoe that you would rock, I would rock one fancy shoe and rock the boot. I wouldn't worry twice. I wouldn't even think twice about this.
Yeah, I think I just know as a manager, you're not supposed to, take those things against the interview or the candidate, but I don't feel professional.
Well, hold on a second. I understand how you feel, but let's address that because you're You've had a lot of emotional stuff come your way, and you're strong. You're amazing. You're coming out on the other side of this thing. You're able to put weight on the foot. No one is going to judge you unless they are a complete and utter lunatic for having a broken foot.
Yeah. Yeah, I understand that.
That has nothing to do with professional, though. But my point is that I understand how you feel because you can't have both of your fancy shoes on. But I'm telling you, that does not in any way make you look unprofessional. It makes you look like somebody who broke their foot.
Right. Yeah, I think that my thought was I didn't want to it come across and hinder my outcome.
I just don't. Let's play this out for about 30 more seconds. What is the conclusion you're most scared of them making? Because I think you've run this through your head pretty detailed. Tell me the number one fear that you have. They're looking at you when you walk into the office and they go, "Hi, I'm so-and-so." And you go, "Hi, I'm Christy." And they see that you've got a boot on or you're on a crutch. What is it that you think they're going to think about you that you're most worried about them thinking? Say it.
That I'm a hazard.
Oh.
Or a liability.
Okay,
yeah,
great. Perfect. Do you mind if I ask your age?
I'm 47.
Okay, you're not 67. I'm nothing against all our 67-year-old listeners out there. But the fact of the matter is, hey, Christy, I just turned 46.
Mm-hmm.
All right? And a lot of people don't think I look 46, and I don't think I do either. I don't feel 46, but I'm 46.
Right.
If I walk into any interview tomorrow with a boot on my foot, they go, "Hey, what happened?" I'm going to go, "Oh, I lost a battle with the step." And they laugh, and it's no big deal.
Right. I think that I feel like it makes me feel less confident.
Well, it does. It does. It makes you feel less confident because you're focusing on it. Instead of what you bring to the table and how fabulous the rest of you are going to look in your dress or your suit or your fancy heel on the good foot. Focus on the positive. Stop worrying about what people are going to think about the fact that you broke your foot. This is the Ken Coleman Show.
I think you know where I stand on timeshares by now. No, they are not investments. No, do not buy one. If you're in the unfortunate position of owning one, call Timeshare Exit Team. They will go to bat for you when the timeshare turns you down. They've exited over 21,000 people. Yes, it will take time. And yes, it will cost you money. But that's better than paying a lifetime of maintenance fees and special assessments for something you can't use. And when you hire Timeshare Exit Team before the end of the month to exit you from your timeshare, they will give you a huge savings for paying by cash, check, or ACH auto draft. No credit cards, people. That's another stupid idea. Call 844-999-EXIT. That's 844-999-EXIT or timeshareexitteam.com. Some exclusions apply. See the site for details.
Everybody wants a great retirement, but not everyone gets to experience it. So how can you guarantee that you'll be one of the lucky ones? Well, the first thing is to get rid of the idea that only lucky people get to retire. Luck has nothing to do with it. Reaching your magic number is tough, and it requires determination and hard work. It also takes connecting with professionals who want to help you achieve your goals. I call these pros your dream team because they want to help you reach your dreams. You can't go on autopilot when it comes to your retirement saving and planning. You need to know what's in your portfolio and when to make adjustments. SmartVestor is an easy, free way to find investing professionals who focus on you. Just go to ChrisHogan360.com and click on Dream Team to see a list of investing professionals in your area who want to help you. Don't leave your retirement to chance. Connect with a SmartVestor Pro and start building your investing strategy today.
Hey guys, Rachel Cruz here. Confession. Budgeting hasn't always come naturally for me. I'm more of a free spirit, and on top of that, I love to spend money. But I want to tell you about the tool that has changed my life when it comes to budgeting. Over 6 million people are already on Every Dollar and using it every day to take control of their money. It's amazing, and take it from me, it's exactly what you need to make budgeting easy. Budgeting with EveryDollar shows me where all my money is going and allows me to free up space so I can spend it on what I value. It's customizable to you to fit your budget. I love that I can take EveryDollar everywhere I go. You can budget from your computer, iPhone, or Android with EveryDollar. Within the first month, EveryDollar budgeters found that they could cut their monthly expenses by 9%. No matter who you are, I know that EveryDollar will help you take control of your money. Remember, a budget doesn't limit your freedom. A budget gives you freedom.
Buying a home is a big purchase, and you need an agent who will fight for you and make sure you're getting the best deal you can afford. We've all had experiences with so-called professionals who leave us with a bad taste in our mouth. You know, those slime balls who just try to sell you something based off the size of their commission check? Well, the difference between a stellar real estate agent and one of those slime balls is not just how many deals they close, but also in how they treat you in the process. I endorse real estate agents all over the country who meet both of these criteria. We call them endorsed local providers, or ELPs. My team thoroughly vets these guys so that you are really getting awesome agents that know what the flip they're doing. ELPs will guide you into making a real estate decision that is best for your wallet, not theirs. Visit DaveRamsey.com/agents to find an agent near you today.
Did you know that 52% of Americans have less than $10,000 saved for retirement? If you're in that majority, retirement may sound like a hopeless situation, but it doesn't have to be. My name is Chris Hogan, and I want to help you carve a path to your dream retirement. We have to stop thinking that retirement begins at some magical age, like 65 or 70. Retirement begins when you have enough money to enjoy the lifestyle you dream about. It's going to take more than a dream, though. You have to get serious about making a plan. I've created an assessment tool that helps you know what you need to do to reach your dream retirement. Get your free assessment at chrishogan360.com. Whether your goal is to live comfortably, travel the world, or have enough money to help grandkids with college, and to be able to give like crazy, you can reach the number you need. It just takes a plan. Go to chrishogan360.com to start making your plan today.
People are hurting right now, and they need your help. For over 25 years, we've helped people beat debt and take control of their money through Financial Peace University. But here's the deal. None of that would have been possible without our Financial Peace University coordinators. These folks are the heroes. They stepped up to teach our 9-lesson proven plan to help people dump debt, master the budget, and build wealth. If you're looking for a way to make a difference from the comfort of your own home, join us on our mission to change lives and lead a Financial Peace University class online. Don't worry, you're not on your own. We'll do all the teaching, and an advisor will walk with you every step of the way. You don't even have to be debt-free yourself. We're just looking for good people willing to step up in these difficult times. Folks, people need this class more than ever. To get started, just text LEADER to 33789. Sign up and lead a Financial Peace University online class today.
The Ken Coleman Show is about your purpose. We all long to answer the question, what should I do with my life? Why am I here? And the good news is the answers are within you. It's my job to pull them out of you. So many ways for you to engage with us. KenColeman.com, a ton of free resources, discounted resources. Also, our newsletter that comes out every other Monday. I believe that is. Every other Monday. Can you tell I'm super involved in it? I give them the content and they execute on it. All right. And we decided from day one, I said this, I said, I'm not the guy who needs a newsletter for his ego. I want to send something out. If we're going to do a newsletter, let's give them something that's like a Snickers in their inbox. It'll satisfy it quick and it's delicious. And that's what we do. Words of encouragement, practical tools, free tools and resources. All you got to do is subscribe to the Ken Coleman Show. Go to kencoleman.com/subscribe and you subscribe to the newsletter. If you don't like it, guess what you can do? Unsubscribe. It won't hurt my feelings. You know why? Because I'll never know. So there you go. All right. Hey, speaking of some of the free things at kencoleman.com, I've got to mention one of the biggest issues right now is this college graduating class. They are now in the summer of what? That's literally what's going on right now. How to find a job after college. We've got a great article. It's going to take you 11 minutes to read. 11 minutes. It's very precise. But it occurs to me that it says that on the top of all of our free articles, which all of them are free at kencoleman.com, because the team reads through them at a normal pace. So in 11 minutes, you're going to get some incredible tips, practical resources in this article. How to find a job after college. Go get it. It's free. kencoleman.com and click on our articles. 844-747-2577. Nancy's up next in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Nancy, you're on the Ken Coleman Show. Hello, Nancy. Let's try that again.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes. How are you?
Okay, good. Good. I'm actually calling on behalf of my husband, who's kind of feeling pretty stuck in his career.
Mm-hmm.
He's been working there for, just shy of 10 years. He's licensed in a very specific healthcare administrative department. He does have a bachelor's degree, but not anything that would transition into just like a general social science bachelor's degree. And then he did some extra training in this specific field. And he's really he makes nice money, but he's really at a standstill with, he's just feeling really frustrated with the way it's, super corporate.
Mm-hmm.
And he kind of feels stuck. He feels like, he's making good money, and he feels like if he would try and go elsewhere, his salary would probably be cut by a significant amount. And he just feels like he said to me the other day, I go to work every day, literally, just to be able to provide for the family, but it's taking a toll on him.
Yeah. No question.
And I just don't know, like, what. So he looks online for other opportunities, but he feels like he's very specialized, and it's hard to get out of that area.
Why is that?
Move into other areas.
Why is that? I want to. So there's a couple things I want to dive into because you're calling on his behalf. But before we dive into this, it occurs to me, if you're willing to call on his behalf, I would love for you to try to get him to call me, because
okay,
you see, you're laughing, right? Because he's going, there ain't no way I'm calling the show. He may not even know who I am, but I'm just telling you.
No, he's read your book. He knows who you are, but he said, I'm not going to do radio.
Yeah, exactly. And I get that. So can you tell him to listen to the podcast so that he can hear me talk to other? Okay. All right. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So now here's it. I wish I could talk to him, but you're going to have to do. All right. And you're amazing. You're an amazing woman, but you're going to have to tell me the best that you can what I'm asking for. And then there's some specific things that I want you to do with him to try to create this conversation. But first I want to understand, I'm going to give you some practical things to talk with him about, but I'm curious what you mean by he's so specialized that he can't get out of that. I actually think that's probably wrong reasoning, but I want to make sure of that. What does that mean?
Well, he's licensed to oversee a very specific healthcare department. And so it's not like you could just say, well, I don't like this area, so I'll just go and find another area within healthcare.
Why can't he do that? I don't understand. Well, just because he's got a specific... Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, he can, but it's definitely going to be hard. And he's applied to, a lot of other things, but he hasn't really... There hasn't been anybody that took the chance, like, to let him make this switch yet, so he just feels pretty stuck.
I get it. And we're going to get to that in a moment. But again, you said he read my book, The Proximity Principle. Did the light bulb ever go off where he was like, oh, the way that I'm going to overcome the fact that I'm specifically licensed in this area of healthcare and have a lot of experience in this area of healthcare is to make connections in other areas of healthcare with influencers and players when they realize, dude, you've got tons of talent that's transferable. Is this true or false? That he's got transferable talent. Okay. He's got some transferable experience as well. Is this true or false?
Yes, definitely.
Okay, so if those two things are true, and you said definitely, then did the light bulb go off for him that the proximity principle is the only way? Is that he's going to actually have, and again, the asterisk of COVID. So I know we got different people with different feelings about COVID. But the point is he's got to connect with people who know decision makers in other in other areas of healthcare, or he's got to connect with those decision makers. And in doing so, they're going to eventually realize that he has A, transferable talent, and B, transferable experience. Am I right or am I wrong?
Correct.
Did the light bulb go off for him?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
I asked him, I asked him after he read the book. So I was like, so what do you think? And he's like, it was good.
I don't think he didn't get it. He didn't get it. So
I don't think so.
So the producer, there's 5 people. He's at a place in his life where the mentor, everybody needs a mentor, but that's not the most. He needs to be hanging out with producers. These are people that are winning in different areas of healthcare that have equal experience or maybe an equal position. He also needs to be thinking about who his peers are. Is he hanging around other dudes who are going to help him get unstuck by pushing him and challenging him and going, dude, I'll make a connection for you? Is he expanding his peers to include acquaintances, which is what I talk about in the book? We know from sociology research, Nancy, that most people get their jobs through acquaintances, not close personal friends. So while your husband has applied, he's playing the lottery. They don't know him very well, if at all. And so he's just another name. Am I right so far? That's pretty much what he's done?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're asking me what to tell your husband. I'm telling him to reread the producer's chapter and also to examine what I just told him. He didn't have to reread the book. The proximity principle says in order to do what I want to do, I got to be around people that are doing it and in places where it's happening. So what are the other healthcare areas that he would be interested in working in? Make a list. Write it down. Who do we know that knows somebody over there? Where are these people hanging out? Who do I know that knows this person? I get over there and they know, oh, okay, man, I see what's going on. He wants to be in a non-corporate environment. So what are the other options? He's got to define that. Write it down. You know what the problem is? He's scared, and he's actually stuck because he's scared to face the discomfort of putting himself out there. That's what's going on.
Yeah.
And so what I'm trying to help you do is to help him see that, yes, it's a little uncomfortable, but it's nowhere near as uncomfortable as what you're going to be facing if you stay in this for another 5 months, 5 years, 15 years. You're going to be miserable. And so that's the issue. You know, I talked about this on the YouTube show today, folks. The reason people don't try to get clear and don't try to practice the proximity principle and go deep to do what they need to do is one major reason. It makes them uncomfortable. It's discomfort. But here's the deal. Either embrace discomfort or embrace disillusionment and discouragement. This is the Ken Coleman Show.
Hey guys, Dave Ramsey here. I know this year has been crazy and a lot of you are super stressed about money. But what if I told you there was a way you never have to worry about money again? Well, there is. When you have the right plan, the right tools, and the right teaching, you can be confident you're always doing the right thing with your money. Ramsey Plus gives you all of that. It's our brand new all-access membership to help you get out of debt, save for emergencies, and give with outrageous generosity. Here's how it works. You'll learn the proven plan with our best-selling content, including Financial Peace University. You'll budget with the Every Dollar app, and finally, take control of your money. Then you'll track your progress with the new Baby Steps app, so you know you're hitting your goals. Decide right now to never worry about money again. Go to DaveRamsey.com and sign up for a free trial of Ramsey Plus today.
Hey guys, Rachel Cruz here. Confession. Budgeting hasn't always come naturally for me. I'm more of a free spirit, and on top of that, I love to spend money. But I want to tell you about the tool that has changed my life when it comes to budgeting. Over 6 million people are already on Every Dollar and using it every day to take control of their money. It's amazing. And take it from me, it's exactly what you need to make budgeting easy. Budgeting with Every Dollar shows me where all my money is going and allows me to free up space so I can spend it on what I value. It's customizable to you to fit your budget. I love that I can take Every Dollar everywhere I go. You can budget from your computer, iPhone, or Android with Every Dollar. Within the first month, Every Dollar budgeters found that they could cut their monthly expenses by 9%. No matter who you are, I know that Every Dollar will help you take control of your money. Remember, a budget doesn't limit your freedom. A budget gives you freedom.
Hey guys, Dave Ramsey here. I know this year has been crazy and a lot of you are super stressed about money. But what if I told you there was a way you never have to worry about money again? Well, there is. When you have the right plan, the right tools, and the right teaching, you can be confident you're always doing the right thing with your money. Ramsey Plus gives you all of that. It's our brand new all-access membership to help you get out of debt, save for emergencies, and give with outrageous generosity. Here's how it works. You'll learn the proven plan with our best-selling content, including Financial Peace University. You'll budget with the Every Dollar app, and finally, take control of your money. Then you'll track your progress with the new Baby Steps app, so you know you're hitting your goals. Decide right now to never worry about money again. Go to DaveRamsey.com and sign up for a free trial of Ramsey Plus today.
Our children's products have been completely redesigned to give your children a fun and practical way to learn about money. Junior's Adventures are 3 amazing products that teach kids 3 to 12 how money works. Junior's Adventure books are all new with colorful illustrations and a shorter word count. Financial Peace Junior offers all the tools you need to teach your kids about money. And the Smart Saver Bank now has clear sections for giving, saving, and spending. Learn more at DaveRamsey.com. Hey!
Hey. Feel like that's how I should come back from break, Joe. Tell everybody, hey. Joe, the producer, spinning the tunes here on the Ken Coleman Show. I kind of like that. Hey. Kind of making people pay attention in the car or wherever they're listening to the radio program, Sirius XM, and now close to 60 stations around the country. And those of you that listen to the podcast, wherever you listen, however you listen, welcome. This is where you find clarity, the Ken Coleman Show. 844-747-2577, 844-747-2577. Austin, Texas is where we go next. Trent is there. Trent, you're on the Ken Coleman Show. Hello, Trent. All right.
Can you hear me?
Oh, there we go. I can hear you now. What's going on? Yeah.
On mute.
Well, that's not going to work very well.
I'm just looking for your advice on navigating a career situation.
Okay.
I'll try to make it quick, but I'm a contract real estate photographer here in Austin, and I have the opportunity to go to a new market and kind of be hired on as more of a manager of an area. And I'm kind of worried about taking a pay cut initially because it's going to take time for the market to build up. So I wanted to get your advice on how to negotiate a salary and how to close that gap from making that transition.
Okay. So first, let me ask you this opportunity. Where you want it to be, would you even be thinking twice about this?
No, and I guess I'd have to say I'm not exactly thinking twice. It's a move to San Antonio, and that's where most of our family is, and we have small kids, and we just want to be closer to family. And it just seems the fact that I can even make this transition with the same company is hard to pass up. So,
is this an opportunity though that would put you on the path you want to be on long term?
Yeah, I think long term, I've kind of maxed out what I can do here.
Yeah. So how long, do you have any idea how long before you would make up the difference in what they're offering you now to get started versus getting where you are now or maybe beyond? What's that look like? Any idea?
I would say 2 to 3 years if I had to guess. It's going to be a matter of building up the market. And
how big of a pay cut is it?
Well, Well, here's the thing. There hasn't even been a number suggested, and it's kind of between me and the owner of coming up with that. So,
okay, hold on a second.
I guess like a starting point.
Why are you okay? So I'm just really curious, and I'm not getting on you.
Sure.
But why are you calling me about accepting a pay cut when it's not even been discussed?
I mean, it's because I guess this year I'm on track to make about 150,000, and that's all based on the jobs that I do and the fact that I'm going to be. So we've discussed like a base salary plus commissions in a way, and I know. I mean, the base salary is probably going to be about half of that.
Okay, so you have discussed it enough to know that it is going to be a cut.
Yeah, I
Okay.
mean, I don't. They're definitely not going to offer me 150 starting.
Okay. All right. And you don't have to take this gig, but this is a great opportunity as it relates to family.
Exactly.
Okay. And so do you have any
And I
idea?
think the long term is going to be beneficial.
Okay, then. So it feels like it's 2 out of 3. So
Say again?
it's 2 out of 3 right now.
Sure.
So family, check. Long-term career prospects, check. Pay cut, X, right?
Right.
So you pretty much know they're not going to give you a package that's going to keep you at 150. That's what you feel. I guess you should certainly ask. They know what you're being paid.
Right.
So I guess you're telling me somewhat, you're kind of 50-50. So,
well, I guess I'm trying to figure out how to make the best of that situation and how to close that gap.
Well, my point is, there's only one way to close it. If they don't give you that, if they don't give you the same, say, look, Ken, for 2 years, can we do a different base or a higher percentage of commission? So if you're going to give me a lower base, can we raise my commission until I reach 150 and we back me back down? You got to come up with something creative. That's where I'd start.
Yeah, it's a small business, and last thing I want to do is make it stressful on the overhead.
Well, but are they excited about you going to San Antonio?
Absolutely, yeah.
All right, so I would go with the higher commission because that means they're not guaranteeing you anything. The base is lower, but they're going to pay you higher commission. But you're bringing in new business in San Antonio,
So that
correct?
way it's not. Yes. So that way it's not coming out of their pocket immediately.
Yeah, 'cause I'm assuming they're going to keep your business where you are now in Austin, correct?
So part of the transition is training new people to cover my area. There might be some overlap at the beginning where I'm driving back and forth, but it's about an hour and a half.
Right, but what I'm saying is they're not going to lose that revenue.
No, they're
in
not.
Austin. So if you're going to San Antonio and you're creating new revenue, so I think that is what I would ask for. Is it makes sense to me? It's a higher commission, but it's new revenue. So the question is, well, let me ask you: does that make sense to you?
It does, yeah, definitely.
Well, can you close the gap that way? Do you think? I know I'm asking you on the spot on a live radio show, but would that help you close the gap?
It would get me closer. I think it'd be pretty far off in the beginning because of kind of starting from ground zero.
Okay, does your wife work?
No, she stays at home.
Is she willing to work if we got family there to watch the kids?
I think so.
There's your answer.
She's got another one. Well, she got another one coming in March.
Well, okay, so post maternity leave. You got family there.
Right.
It's a conversation Stacy and I would have, I'll tell you that.
Okay.
Doesn't mean she has to. Yeah. But I'd say, hey, babe,
Right,
are you willing to in the season? Okay, you had another question. Those are your two ways, or you just cut your expenses so dramatically that you sort of absorb some of the hit that way as well. Those are the three things you do.
Okay.